motorcyclist. He was a neighbor. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder explains this bizarre and tragic story from southern Stafford County.
This is a wild story. And the people who live here in the Stratford Place subdivision in Stafford County have a lot of questions, both for the sheriff's office and for county prosecutors. An off-duty federal law enforcement officer shot and killed one of his neighbors while in a fight with a reckless motorcycle driver and that motorcyclist family. The victim was a 61-year-old man whose wife now has to live with the image of seeing her husband shot and killed in this street. The motorcyclist and his family members are in jail tonight, while the federal law enforcement officer has not been charged with the crime.
That ain't right.
It started around 6:25 on Friday night when a man was revving his off-road motorcycle up and down an otherwise quiet Jenny Lynn Road in Stafford County. His doorbell camera video doesn't show it, but neighbors say the motorcyclist was popping wheelies and driving too fast. Though another neighbor we talked with said he didn't have any problem with it. But the Stafford County Sheriff's Office says an off-duty federal law enforcement officer did have a problem with it. The Sheriff's Office has not named the man nor what agency he works for, but they say the officer confronted the motorcyclist about the reckless driving. Neighbors say there was an argument, and the motorcyclist left and returned a short time later with two family members. Deputies responded, stopped the motorcyclist and his family, and say the three men started a disturbance with police and the off-duty fed. Then it turned physical, and a 61-year-old neighbor came over and got involved. Police, though, didn't specify how he got involved. They only say, quote, the federal law enforcement officer's gun was discharged and the 61-year-old resident was struck in the chest. Surrounded by deputies, the man is lying.
Incompetent pigs. Simple as that, just incompetence.
The doorbell camera shows us the victim's wife walking over to see what happened. When she sees her husband, she lets out several screams that News 4 is choosing not to play. I spoke very briefly today with the victim's wife, who couldn't say much, with a tremble in her voice as she started to cry, said everything you need to know. The three men who were arrested were Nicholas, Angel, and Javier Vasquez. Each of them are in jail tonight without bond on multiple charges, including assault and battery on law enforcement. News 4 reached out to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office and the Sheriff's Office to try to offer you any other details about what exactly happened out here and whether or not the federal law enforcement officer could face any charges. The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office declined. The Sheriff's Office has not responded.
The federal pig should be charged.
A Stafford County deputy received minor injuries and was grazed by the bullet. An investigation into the deadly shooting is still ongoing. And that does it.